welcome back. It's been another week, and finally you get to see the continuation of our space theme. For this part, I'm taking some heavy brown, and I'm going to do the outline of a tree here. So I'll just start up at the top, and I do a sort of a up and down motion as I do it, letting the paint break, if possible, in spots. So sort of a light touch at the same time as rough paint. And I'm going to bring it right down there. I'm going to dry it off just a bit here. Okay, and I'm going to use the side of the brush. Do the same effect, except this one breaks a bit better. Okay, and add a little water now. And I'm just going to do the outline of the branches up here, just to suggest that there's more color here than just black. And just like that. Here and there, wherever you need it. And I'm going to do the same thing again, except this time it's a relatively thin line, and you can add water for this part. And I'm just going to catch the opposite outside edge of the tree, sort of like lights bending around the tree, and I'm just going to do one stroke right to the bottom, just like that. And I'm going to go to my number 2 liner, this small one. I'm going to add a bit of white to that brown, halfway between white and brown, sort of a light chocolate. And I'm going to again trace the side that the light falls on here, just like that. And we'll start it here, bring it down. And maybe a couple up here, just like this. Again, it's impressionism, so it just has to imply. And back to the paint. And this side, I'm going to sort of use more of the side of this little brush here, so the paint breaks. And you want to drag it, I do about 1/3, but depends on the angle that the tree is to the light. And we're just going to break it down into here, more of a solid line. Okay, just like this. And just work it till you feel content with what you get. And then we're going to add water again. Coming back to the same brown. I'm going to trace just a thin line on the outside edge of this tree. Maybe a little in here, just catching the light. And it's especially important in any spot where it's black on black. Just like that. Then I'm going to go to my grass brush. And I'm going to get the color yellow first because it's a lot softer of a color. I'm going to mix up a deep green color with this, adding a bit of water. A bit more blue than yellow in this. Makes it look more like evening. And I got a bit too much yellow, so more blue, more blue. Just want to make sure you get a good mix. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure you want to get to the edge of this board, so I'm just going to throw some grass in here, just like this. Okay, and if you have to, you can even lift it a little off of the edge and just pull it back. Taper it down. Do the same on the opposite side of the tree. You can even, if you want to get right against the tree, do it like that. And just taper down like that. And because I did throw some land in, I'm going to water down that green a whole bunch. And I'm just going to do one of these, maybe a little line like that. Give the illusion of a field back in here. And the outside of the trees that face the light. Just like that. Bring it up in spots. Okay. like so. And I'm going to go back and get some white, mix it in with my green. It's sort of a light topaz, I guess this color would be. And I'm just going to hit the tops of the grass, just like that. Maybe a little more paint. You want it to create lines when you touch, like blades of grass growing. And just faintly pull it to the outside, down, wherever you think a light would hit. Excuse me. And then we're going to go to our old grass brush and get some hard black, just like so. In this part I'm going to do just a suggestion of some leaves silhouetted against the night sky. So you want to make sure this part's thick and goopy, like oil, so that it blotches when you put it on the surface. It's not quite thick enough. More paint, more water. That'll do it. Bit more water. This is one of those things that takes time to figure out, but once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. And we're just going to create little patterns down here, like tree branches growing. Maybe just a first buds of spring, not too many leaves. And mix it up down in here. Couple up here. Water consistency again is important here. Otherwise it just looks like scratches instead of droplets. The droplets are what give you the illusion of leaves. And we're just going to fade it right out up here. Wherever you think you need it. Pull it to the outside. Like so. So you start to get the illusion of leaves. And I'm coming back to the black again. And I'm just going to bring it up out of here too. Just to imply foliage. Yeah, make people look through the leaves. I always leave spaces between the leaves. You never do it like clumps of cauliflower or something. First couple years I painted, that's exactly what my trees look like. Maybe we'll do a little shrub down in here. A little fern just growing there. Evergreen maybe? And we'll just pull it up a little here, just like shadowing. Same bit over here. I'm just gonna give it a little more depth. Okay, like so. And now I'm gonna take my other liner and some white with a bit of yellow. Back to the lighting again. You want to make sure it's fluid enough to move across the board too. And I'm just going to maybe catch this top over here. And a couple in here. Need a bit more water. I always like doing this part because this is really when the painting comes into form. And I'm just going to do a little accentuating on the light as it comes up here. Maybe pull it out in spots. Give it a better feel. See, just like that. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to take my hard white, thick, goopy portion of white.